Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. So I just learned about this new term. It's called ghost students. Essentially, it is when hackers take your information and apply for government assistance and student loans, and they do it in your name and they make it look like they are going to go to college, but they have no intentions of going to college. And then when the check for the grant for student loans or the student loan payments or whatever gets sent to them, they just don't show up to class. Now, this is also a problem because there are people that are actually going to college and they cannot take classes because there are ghost students in those spots. So then when they never show up, they're dropped from the course, but by then it is too late for anybody else to enter. So this could be affecting people's timelines to get degrees as well. But the bigger issue here is the fact that you may have student loans and Pell Grants and different things out in your name. And if you do not go to school, you have to repay those. So there are some government grants that if you go to college, you don't have to repay them because they're a grant. However, if you do not attend college, you can't keep that money. You would have to return it. So if it's a hacker, they're not going to return that money. They ran off with it. And then you can be held liable and you basically have to prove that that wasn't you and that you were not the ghost student. And some of you might be thinking, well, I'm of a certain age. I don't have to worry about that. Not true. They're doing it to people of all different ages. There are people whose grandparents have Pell Grants and different things out in their names, 80s and 90-year-olds, and they're clearly not college students. Your parents, your younger sibling. And I've also seen situations where somebody was applying and basically the government or the state was like, no, you already got this Pell Grant, blah, blah, blah. You cash the check. And they have to be like, well, I'm a senior in high school. I haven't been to college yet. And so then you have to go and prove that it was not you, which will take a long time. And so it's really important for you guys to be monitoring your credit. I also encourage you guys to look into locking your credit. You can do this through the bureaus. There also are there's paid software that will lock down your credit, and that way nobody can take out credit using your information. And if somebody tries, you get a notification. Now, I am not here to endorse that. I'm just saying that you need to be monitoring your credit. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what stage of life you are in. You need to be monitoring your credit because people could be taking stuff out and it's going to ding your credit. And then also you're going to have to prove that you didn't do that. You don't want to be in a situation where you go to buy a home or go to buy a car and you've got all these student loans that you didn't take out or all these Pell Grants that need to be paid back and you didn't do it. And it's been millions of dollars. I guess this has been going on for a while. I personally just learned about it, but it's absolutely crazy. They're getting very creative, these hackers. But yeah, it's called ghost students. So they're basically doing it at any university, but they're specifically targeting trade schools and online colleges and community colleges. Now, granted, somebody of any age can go to any college as long as they're approved to go, but it would send up red flags to the administration of that college if a 45-year-old person was applying to a college who's really known for their dorm life, because the chances of somebody older going to live at the dorms, I've never even heard of that. I mean, maybe it's a thing. So, but it doesn't look as suspicious if it's a community college or a trade school or University of Phoenix or something like that. But they could be doing it at any college, for any person, any age group. And it's something that you guys should be aware of and be monitoring, and just in general monitoring your credit, because Identity theft is rampant, and it's just going to continue. And I also want to point out that I don't think that the punishment for people committing identity theft is harsh enough. But, you know, nobody asked me. But I don't think that for stealing X amount of dollars or destroying people's lives or inconveniencing the masses that they should be dealt with lightly. So I think that that's something that we need. We need reform for identity theft. But it's just something I wanted to draw your guys' attention to. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, bye.